Hello everybody, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Kimber and I am the person behind Kimber's Cozy Creations. I dye yarn in the Northwoods of Wisconsin, working on some patterns, do markets, sell stuff, all that good stuff, but mostly dyeing yarn right now. And this is, well, today is July 26th, which is insane because yesterday I swear it was like May 26th, but no, now it's July already. Oh, excuse me. And this is the week 8 recap of summer sock camp. We're in a somewhat new location. We're still in the studio, but we're over by my personal yarn stash today because switch it up a little bit. See if the lighting is better than last week. And I think so far so good, but we'll see how it goes. This isn't quite the like YouTube corner that I have pictured yet, but we're working on it. We're getting there. But yeah, so welcome if you are new here. Welcome back if you're returning. Yeah, so last weekend I had, so today is Tuesday the 26th. Saturday, Sunday, I had a market for Blueberry Festival, which was in town. It was all of like 7 miles down the road, which was great because then just come home and sleep and it was easy to go and everything. It went fairly well. Weather wasn't too bad. The forecast for Saturday was terrible. It was supposed to rain, like 70% chance of rain from like 2 p.m. till the end of the day, pretty much for the rest of the day. And it didn't actually rain, which is great, but then that also means people who aren't from town, because I mean, we are kind of, put it into perspective a little bit, the closest Walmart is a kind of 40-minute drive away. Target's probably like an hour drive away. So like we're not in the middle of nowhere, but we're kind of in the middle of nowhere. So for like people coming in from like Duluth or Superior, it's an hour drive one way. And if the forecast is saying 60-70% chance of rain, they don't necessarily want to make that drive because why drive all the way out if it's just going to be rainy? So Saturday was a little slow for that reason, I think. And then Sunday was better forecast, and I think feels like more people showed up on Sunday than on Saturday, which is great. So I did fairly well. Yeah, I guess we'll just leave it at that. So, and while we were at Blueberry Fest, so none of my current, like none of the sock whips that I had before Blueberry Fest were my own hand-dyed yarn. Everything was either somebody else's hand-dyed or like somewhat commercial yarn. So I figured, oh, I might as well be working on a pair of my own, like a pair of socks in my own yarn for the festival, because then if somebody sees me knitting it and they're like, hey, what, like, where'd you get that? I'd be like, that was me. So Saturday morning I cast on a pair of socks using my beach ball self-striping colorway. Knit pretty much the entire sock minus, I think it was like 5 rounds of the cuff and the bind off, maybe more than that. But pretty much the entire sock I finished on Saturday. So Sunday morning I finished that and then started the next one, and I just finished it today. I probably could have finished it Sunday night when I got home, but it was so, like, I was exhausted. Markets are crazy. Like, you don't necessarily physically do a lot, but it's just, at least for me, it's a lot more socialization than I'm used to / I prefer. But it was, like, it was good. But so Saturday or Sunday when we got home, I was just exhausted. I was wiped out. Monday, I had a doctor's appointment, so that took up pretty much the whole day. And so I finished them last night. No. Finished them this morning. Yes, I finished them this morning. So I will show you those right now. Gotta get them out of my handy dandy little, oh no! Uh-oh. I'm gonna have to find that. That is so sad. It's okay, so I have this bag from, holy cow, there we go. So there we go. It is from, goodness, I always forget, White Rose Fiber Company. And I had, see, there's a little, I don't think it's gonna focus, but there's a little pinhole. I had my Summer Sock Camp 2022 pin on here, and now it's not on here, so now I have to go find that. I'm thinking, because for the market I had my my bag. It used to be the Namaste bag, so it's not their name anymore. I think Mom and Dad just got home. Bjorn's barking. They're not called Namaste bags anymore, but it's through Jimmy Bean's Wool, I believe. But anyways, I have one of the totes, and so I was using that for the market because I could just throw this in here. I threw my iPad in there, which had all like my point of sales and stuff and snacks and all that stuff. So I'm thinking it's probably in there, just because I was pulling things in and out of there all weekend. So huge sidetrack there, but I will have to go find that pin, and hopefully it's not lost. See, it's not in, say the back is probably in here somewhere. Yeah, I don't know where the back is either. Oh, there's the back of it. So I just need to find the actual pin part. So, I don't know. Oh, that's probably what I'll do after this one, after this video here. So, as I was saying, before I got so distracted, I cast on and started this pair of socks on Saturday. It is now Tuesday, finished them this morning. Probably one of the fastest pairs of socks I've done that aren't journey socks. They are pretty short though. So let me get them on the blockers here. Ta-da! Oh goodness, we're really close. So these are Beach Ball. So this is a self-striping colorway that I dyed. It was one of the like summer sock set. Has a super speckled, seeing if that'll, it's blowing out a little bit, but super speckled stripes. They're pretty short. I just like shorter socks in general, and so there's one finished pair of socks. And then so that was pretty much all weekend I worked on those. But then I also finished another pair of socks. So I have 2 finished pairs this week, which is awesome. And it is, oh goodness, I am so sorry. My boyfriend's socks that are huge, long, ginormous. So this one was the first one I did. That one's been done for a while. And then this is where I was last time I recorded, and that was, I just had to finish like this heel turn part, and then I did all of the cuff. And I just finished these like half an hour ago maybe. So these ones are done now, which is awesome. And it is hilarious, I think, to compare the two, because they're the same. Sorry about that, I will cut that out. I had a tickle in my throat. So they're the same stitch count, they're both 64 stitches. But like, this is my Beach Ball sock on top of his sock. Like, they're just, I think, comically huge. So those are 2 finished pairs. And then, so this is what I have left of. So Beach Ball is my yarn. Can't remember if I said that or not, which is the self-stripy ones. And then these ones that I knit for my boyfriend are West Yorkshire spinners. And this is the peacock colorway, and this is what I have left of it. So I don't know, I need to weigh this still. Probably gonna add it to my scrappy blanket, but then I don't know what I'm gonna do with the rest of it. Maybe it's probably not enough for, definitely not enough for a pair of like shorties for me. I'll have to figure out what to do with that. And this is what I had left of my Beach Ball one. gonna add a square to my Coziest Memories scrappy blanket, which takes about, my squares usually take between kind of 4 and 5 grams. This is all I have left of the little, the mini. So I'll probably start the square with this, or do like a couple with this or whatever. But I might have enough left for a pair of Journey socks. I'll have to weigh it out. But if I do, I'll probably do that just because it's a lot to... Nope, I changed my mind. So I got new pens yesterday, but I don't have a pen case for them. So I'm gonna knit myself one, because why not? So that's what I'll use this for. And then figure out what to do with the rest of it after that. So we have 2 pairs of finished socks, which is awesome. So now that is 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep, 6 pairs of socks completed for summer sock camp, which I think is pretty awesome. So then I have, how many? 1, 2, 3 whips then, as of right now. So the first one are the DK pair that I've been working on. I get them stitch-imitated here. Oh, that is a tangled mess, but we'll just focus on that. So this one I literally only did like, what, 2 rows, 3 maybe, since last week, which is fine because I finished those other ones, so I'm not mad about it. But this is Sock Obsession yarn in the Scattered Indigo colorway, and this is her DK base. And these I'm doing pretty much vanilla. This is the top of the sock it's gonna have, so it's just stockinette, goodness. And then there's a column of seed stitch and then just stockinette. So it's how I have it split up. It's 8, 8, 8 across the front of the sock. So super simple. These ones should work up pretty quick once I actually sit down and work on them, because you are DK and it's not a super complicated pattern, or really any pattern at all. So those ones I didn't make too much progress on. These, so the next pair is my Journey socks. I don't remember the designer's name off the top of my head, but I will definitely link all the patterns, dyers, shops for whoever down below. So this is how far these are my Journey socks. So last time I was, goodness, kind of right here, so it goes back and forth, and now it's joined in the round. So now I'm joined in the round, which is now just going to be knitting round and round until it's long enough for the toes. But these ones are super no-shows. See if I can, here we go. Focus, maybe. Does not want to focus for me today. Oh. No, anyway, so heel, and then this is the foot. So then the plan is, I should have enough yarn, but the plan is like the toe. These are so hard to show, I think, because they're so little. So the toe on this sock is going to be the blue that matches the heel, and then the toe is going to be speckled on that one. Let's see if we can get the... These ones are so hard for me to show because they're so little and there are so many strings. Goodness. So there's this blue color that's showing up pretty good, and then this white speckled. So like I said, Journey sock pattern. The yarn is the Picking Wildflowers Share a Pair from Mandy's Makings. This is the leftovers from the other pair of socks that I knit using that yarn. It was the Wildflower Seeds pattern, and that I finished a couple weeks ago. So it's been in older videos for summer sock camp. But now we have those ones. And then we have, I think that's kind of back. I had to resituate because I'm getting not necessarily too old to sit on the floor. I just need to get a better setup to sit on the floor because it's a concrete floor, so it's just not comfortable. So then my last sock whip, I don't know if did I work on these? I did not work on these at all since last time, so surprise. But it's these ones. Because I know last time I was having a really hard time. Even now you can kind of see you can kind of see how neon it is there. Like, it is super bright. I love it so, so much. These are just basic vanilla 2 at a time toe up. But this yarn is from Inked Sheep Fibers, and it was one of their mystery clubs from summer of 2019. So yarn, I mean, it exists still because it's here, but I mean, you can't get it anymore. But I'm really liking how it's like pooling and twirling and going around, and how bright it is. I love it so much. So yeah, they're just gonna be vanilla, and then it's gonna have a shadow wrap heel, a little pop of color at the cuff because I'm predictable like that, and that's okay. So those are all, so I have the 2 finished pair and 3 pairs in the works right now. And then I remember last time I was talking about how I was gonna go over like what I still have left from my plans from the beginning. So we're gonna do that right now. I haven't looked in these bags yet, so like, I mean, I looked in them when I put the yarn in there at the beginning of summer sock camp, but I haven't looked at them since I've pulled out the latest yarn. So I don't quite entirely remember what's in here. So we're gonna go on a journey together. Okay, yep. So that is super crinkly. Let's see if this is from Malia Made It. And this is the macaron. I know there's macaroons and macarons. I can never remember which one's which. But the Sock Mini Skein Kit, which is what this is called. And there is a pattern that was designed using these. I'm pretty sure it's called just like the macaron socks. And I believe Amanda from Itty Bitty Designs made it. Obviously I'll put links below to everything, but I can't remember off the top of my head right now, and I feel so bad. So I'm gonna work on those. That's still one pair that I want to knit this summer for summer sock camp. And then, oh, I forgot I put this in there. This is my own yarn. This is Kimber's Cozy Creations. Wow, that does not want to show up. I was just super blowing out. But this is the We Share Needles sock set. So this one is movie knitting, and this is Whip It Out. And it was designed for Maddie and Kristen. Yeah, Maddie and Kristen of We Share Needles podcast. And if you haven't checked them out yet, I will link their channel below. You should go listen to them. I have on my website, you can get the Share a Pair set, so it's 2 50-gram skeins, 1 of each. Or you can get movie knitting on all of the bases. It's like blue, gray, kind of moody, and Whip It Out is also available on all of the bases. It does not want to focus, maybe. There we go. Whip It Out. So I haven't, now it doesn't want to focus on me. There we go. I haven't figured out what pattern I'm going to use these for yet. So if you have any suggestions for sock patterns, I guess, obviously, because it is kind of a low contrast. Like, I've seen them worked up next to each other, and they don't, like, they match really well, which is good. but it's too well to do like color work per se. So I'm thinking maybe something that is more color blocky and not color work. So I haven't figured out what I'm going to do with these yet. If you have suggestions, let me know, because I'm open to all suggestions for those. They're really pretty. I just need to figure out what I'm going to do with them. And then this one was another Malia made it. This is a self-striping, goodness. So this one's self-striping, and then there's a mini that goes with it. And it is called Glow On. So it's a neon rainbow. This one is, this is the kind of next one I'm going to plan on casting on. Probably going to cake it up after this just so it's, well, maybe later this week, so I'm not tempted to cast it on too early. Because I do need to finish some of the other ones that I have. So Saturday, we're going to Oklahoma to visit my aunt. We're going to be down there for a week. And my thought is we're going to be in the car for 9 hours on Saturday and then another 8-9 hours on Sunday. And yeah. I always forget about the whole little time limit thing until it gets there, because usually I don't know. Anyways, I do need to get that figured out. So we're going to Oklahoma this Saturday. So these are gonna be my car knitting on the way down socks. Because self-striping goes super fast. I think they're gonna be really fun. They're bright and happy. What I'm gonna do is kind of vanilla, but then I'll show you on here, like where it changes colors, you do like a knit one, slip one, so it gives it a little bit of like a jagged, like ridgy, ripply type of look. So that's what I'm gonna do with this one, and then obviously contrast toe heels cuff. So I'm excited for this one. I've had this one in my stash for a while, and she actually was very nice and caked it up for me when I ordered it, and then I wasn't using it as nearly as quickly as I thought I was going to, so I re-hanked it so it's less tension on the yarn, so it's better for it, I guess. So that's why it just looks really wonky, because it's usually not that wonky. So I'm really excited for that. So that'll be my Saturday. I'll start those. And they'll just be super basic vanilla. I'll probably do them one at a time just because I want the stripes to match up. And that's hard to do when you're doing 2 at a time, but you can do it if you split the yarn into like 2 50-gram cakes, or if you know how much yarn you use, like cake off that amount. But I get nervous about cutting the yarn before I'm done with it. Like I would much rather have like one bigger chunk of yarn than like 2 smaller ones, if that makes sense. Because like this one I easily could have split it into 2 50-gram skeins and done both of my striped socks at the same time, but then I have like the 2 smaller pieces and then I don't know what to do with them. So I just usually do self-striping, especially if I'm trying to make the stripes match one at a time. And if I don't feel like I don't care about the stripes, because sometimes you don't want them to match or you don't care, then I'll just work from both ends of the yarn and it does what it does. So that's that one. And then the last one I have still kind of in the works, planned, would like to do before the end of the summer is, I guess it's not a pattern yet. So I want to do like chevron stripes around the toe, and maybe like just basic like small color bands around the leg of the sock. Maybe, so it's a kind of a design work in progress type of thing that I'm just making up as I go. So this is going to be the main color. It is black and white. So it'll be interesting to see what this is. And again, I don't know. I believe this is T-Hook's yarn. It's been in my stash. It didn't have a label. I don't know for sure who dyed it, unfortunately. But so this is the main color. So this is going to be the toe, and then like the rest of the heel, the foot, all that. And then, see if I can hold these all at once. Then these are going to be the contrasting chevron-y colors. So there's this pretty yellow, like a darker pink, a light pink, purple, and this is a, goodness, I just dropped all of them. It's like a lavender. Let's see if I can get it. If it would focus, that's more true to color. It's like a super light purpley lavender. I don't remember what order I'm gonna put them in. I have, like, it's on my phone in a picture what like order these 5 are going in, because I don't remember off the top of my head right now. But yeah, so I'm thinking just toe, and then like chevron of the 5 colors, and then maybe just like the bands around the foot, around the leg of the sock in those colors. But we'll see when I get there what I kind of feel like. And if it goes well, maybe I'll write it up as a pattern and put it out there for everybody. So we'll see what happens with that. But yeah, that's going to be kind of more color worky. I think I had it set up to where you're only using 2 colors at a time. Like no more than 2 colors at a time. Because the first kind of version I drafted up, there was a couple rounds where you needed to use like 3 colors at once, and I don't want to do that. I don't know anybody else who wants to do that. So I changed it a little bit so it's just 2 colors at a time, which I think is much more manageable and should be more fun. So those will be worked up 1 at a time because it is color work. I'm not doing 2 at a time color work. That's just a whole lot of mess that I don't want. And then the macaron ones are going to be 1 at a time. The self striping's 1 at a time. Once I figure out what I'm going to do with the We Share Needles one, that might be 1 at a time, might be 2 at a time. We'll see. So, I don't know. So there's a lot more 1 at a time socks, which aren't my favorite, but I'm really excited about like the patterns and designs that it'll be fine. Like I'm not worried about it. They'll get done and I'll make sure they have pairs to go with them. So what I'm thinking is I'm probably going to bring all of this to Oklahoma with me because I'm pretty sure, I don't know what we have planned necessarily. I think it's going to be a lot of kind of hanging around the house, doing whatever. So I'm going to bring all of these sock projects with me, and then maybe a couple extra. I don't know, I have several sock sets on my shelf that I could bring with me and work on those too. Or am I, These ones for sure. I might bring my Coziest Memories blanket because I'm so far behind on that. I have so many scraps that need to be added. Maybe that'll be my other one. And then all the socks that I haven't woven in yet. That'll be my other project. But we'll see what actually happens. My plan though is to finish the ones on the needles before I cast on any new ones, except for the road trip down. That'll be that neon self striping. That's going to be my main focus the whole trip down. Just because I want to see if I can knit a sock in a day, maybe a pair in 2 days, because why not? I'll be in the car. There's nothing else to do. So if you want to follow the adventure of that, go follow me on Instagram because I will be posting in my stories on those ones. Because why not? It's fun. Oh, I guess since we are going to Oklahoma on Saturday, all current orders as of right now in the shop will be dyed and fulfilled before I leave. If there are any, I need to get the yarn back up there from the market because I took down all the ready to ship yarn. I just need to put it back up there minus whatever sold. So if you guys place any ready to ship orders we'll say before noon Central on Friday, they will get dropped off before we go to Oklahoma early Saturday morning. And that's just ready to ship. Obviously won't have enough time to dye it between Friday noon and 4:30 Saturday morning. But then the shop will stay open while I'm gone. Just all orders will be processed when I get back. I believe we're getting back on the 6th or 7th. Like we're down there for a week. So I think it's the 6th or 7th we get back. So all orders placed while we're gone will be processed when I get back. Yeah, I think that was it for, yeah, I think that's it for kind of updates, and that's where I'm at for summer sock camp. And now I get to clean up this mess that I made. There's just yarn needles everywhere. That's okay. So if you guys have any questions, comments, concerns, any pattern ideas for the We Share Needles sock set, like I said, preferably something kind of color blocky, not color work. Texture would be fun. Yeah, if you guys just have any suggestions, that would be awesome, because I'm sure I could find something, but there's always fun to find new to me patterns because somebody else loves them. That's always fun for me. But yeah, I think that's it for this time. I don't know if I'm going to be bringing my camera with me to Oklahoma, or if I do bring it, I don't know if I'll have time to record an episode or like a video update. I might. I think what I'm going to do, don't hold me to it because it might not happen, is bring my camera but then do like a vlog of Oklahoma. I think we'll plan on that. So then you guys get to come with, but it's not like a super structured, not that any of this is structured at all, update type of thing. So yeah, I think we'll do that. We'll vlog Oklahoma and then put it up here when I get back as that week's, well, I guess it'd be 2 weeks, whatever, that video. And then later the week we get back, I'll do another sit down, show you everything I've knit on, worked on. I'm sure we'll find a yarn shop or two along the way. Yeah, if you have yarn shop suggestions for, we're gonna be in like the Oklahoma City area, and then kind of, if you take I-35 from Duluth down to Oklahoma City, I don't think it goes all the way, but like that's kind of the route we're taking. So if there's any, so I guess we'll go through Kansas City, Minneapolis, St. Paul. I'm sure there's other bigger cities along the way. But if you have any yarn shop suggestions for kind of that route that aren't too far off the beaten path there, let me know, because obviously always looking for yarn shops to go to. I have a couple picked out for kind of Oklahoma City area. I don't remember which ones they are off the top of my head, so don't ask because I don't remember. But yeah, if you guys know of any, let me know, because I will probably try to stop to it at as many as Mom will let me. So we'll go for it, see what happens. So okay, I think that for real this time that's it for this week. I will see y'all in a couple weeks. We'll vlog Oklahoma and then have another video probably later that week of what I've done, what yarn I picked up, all that good stuff. So I'll see you guys next time. Bye.